All right, what is up, everybody? Hello. Happy Friday the 13th. Oh, yeah. So be sure to look behind you. Make sure that there's no one with a hockey mask creeping up on you from behind, especially with any kind of sharp object or maybe a rope or something else that could impale you in their hands, because today is the day of bad luck, as they say. So welcome to my first of two gameplay streams, a full gameplay streaming day today. I'm excited for today. Today should be a good day, a fun day. Basically half chill and half not so chill, as they say. Should be fun though. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Before we even get to any of that, all right? What I would like to say is this. Last night was the Game Awards. I did not watch them. I do not care about the Game Awards. The Game Awards are a PR event where most of the awards are given out by people who are either insiders of the gaming industry or gaming journalists. All right? These awards are not official in any capacity. They do not matter. They're completely superfluous and just don't mean a damn thing. In fact, there's no academy or anything like that that's a part of it. It's all majorly financed by Jeff Keighley and a bunch of corporations. So you don't need to worry about the Game Awards. I see all this controversy and all this this really people freaking out on the internet about the Game Awards this morning. Oh my God, this game won this game didn't win this, there was no announcement on this, there was that. None of it matters. The Game Awards are advertisement. That's all it is. There's no point to freaking out about it. There's no point to officially counting it as if it's something that matters. It doesn't. I say this every year, by the way. Every single year, people hype up the Game Awards, and they ask me if I'm going to watch the Game Awards, and I say no. And then after the Game Awards, they freak out about the results. And every year, I literally say exactly the same thing. Stop it. Relax. You know, it's nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. And now we can all get back to enjoying the games that we love rather than worrying about what some, industry insiders, journalists, and shills said was the best game of the year. Okay? Not to say that, there's not some information that has to do with is this game pretty good or whatever. But at the same time, there is no end-all be-all game of the year. There never was. I don't understand why people have this weird mentality that, because there's some kind of an award that this game won Game of the Year, and see, I was right and you were wrong, and herp-a-da-derp-a-da-derp. I just don't get it. So, that's the deal. I don't care about the Game Awards. I'm not going to be talking about the Game Awards. I don't give a shit about them, and as of now, they're completely over and superfluous to anything. The only actual real announcement that came out of there was they showed the Xbox Series X, which is probably the worst name for another Xbox console. So let's get this straight. We had the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, the Xbox One X, the Xbox Series X. Now what's going to be next? The Series XS, the Series XEX, the XXXXX? Jesus Christ. Talk about a department that doesn't understand what people want when it comes to console design and the name of a console. But outside of that, hopefully, you guys will leave the Game Awards alone, and we don't have to treat it like something officially true, because it's not. Okay. All right. So thank you guys very much, and welcome to my gameplay streams for the day. Today is Friday the 13th. All right. So a lot of people think Friday the 13th is an unlucky day or a day when a lot of bad stuff can happen. For me, I think it's going to be a fun and chill day of gameplay streaming. I think we're going to have a good time together here today. First stream today is Pokemon Sword. And here's the deal. Here's the deal with Pokemon Sword, everybody. Today, we're just going to relax. What do I mean by that? I mean, today we're not going to focus in heavily on story development. We're not going to focus in on beating a gym or going through any kind of a narrative or going through a route. Today, what I'd like to do, we finally returned to Hammerlock. after going through all these different gym battles and areas. And what I would like to do today is focus in on the wild. And what I mean by that is I'm in the wild area, the open area where you can roam around and just catch Pokemon freely. You can explore, you can grab items. I now have the ability to ride across water on my bike, which I couldn't do before. Okay? So what I would like to do is completely explore the wild. I would like to catch as many Pokemon as possible, because last time I was there, I was having a very tough time, because first of all, I didn't even have Ultra Balls yet. And my Great Balls were not catching the Pokemon very effectively. I was very frustrated because I was able to catch them, but I couldn't. They kept breaking free. Okay? And in addition to that, I wasn't high enough level to catch a lot of the Pokemon. They kept saying, oh, very strong-looking Pokemon. I'm like, oh, shit. Well, I can't catch this thing now. Now I'm at a level where it looks like I should be able to catch pretty much everything I want. All right? And last time around, you guys were already helping me a little bit with the catching of the Pokemon. You were saying, oh, here's a rare one over here. Here's how I do this one. Please, that's exactly what I would like to do today. I would like to just spend a relaxing, stream in the wild, running around, catching the Pokemon I have not caught yet. And then, if you guys have tips for, say, oh, you caught this Pokemon, but you can evolve it right away, you can do this, you can do this, that's what I would like to do. I feel that would be super fun. Okay? So that's definitely what I would like to do today. So that's what we're focusing on. All right? That is it. So I'm just throwing that out there. If you're looking for plot advancement and you're looking for big epic, story and fights today, probably not going to get it. Today's going to be a more laid-back stream here in the wild. And I definitely want to do that. Now, I forgot who the top contributor was last stream and what they chose a Pokemon to be named. I take it back. We are naming my dragon Pokemon Godzilla. I remembered. It was Godzilla who was the top contributor of last stream, and they said, name your dragon Pokemon Godzilla. So we're doing that today. Also, of course, I had to head back to Hammerlock in order to hit up the jobs and see what my Pokemon were doing on all the jobs that they were out doing. And we're going to have them level up and everything. In addition to that, 3 lucky people, yet again, will be able to use their channel points / Penne points to pick 3 Pokemon that will be in my party today. Okay? So we shall see how this goes. All right? We'll see how this goes. It should be a good, fun, chill stream. As usual, lots of interactivity. Keep in mind, yes, I will be catching Pokemon, but also if you guys want to talk and just hang out, that's what it's all about. These Pokemon streams have been heavily about just kind of relaxing and having a good time together and not 100% focused, hyper-focused on the gameplay of the game, and that's perfectly okay. That's what I'm looking to do today. Okay? Nice, fun, chill stream. All right? Good stuff. Now, later tonight, my late night stream tonight will not be so chill. My late night stream tonight is my weekly throwback session of old school Street Fighter. Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, and Street Fighter Alpha 3. And as you know, typically when I play these games, there's a lot of rage involved, especially because the collection isn't very good, has a lot of issues with the connections, and basically allows people to use online, abusable tactics. But it is what it is. I still love playing the games. Quite frankly, I'm not very good at either Street Fighter 3 or Street Fighter Alpha 3, but I still manage to get wins every once in a while. Street Fighter 2 I'm great at, yet I still get cheesed out by stupid online bullshit, right? But I like doing this. You guys seem to like it when I play it. So I've been doing it as a weekly thing, and tonight will be my weekly session of that. I hope you'll come back later tonight around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time for that. Tomorrow, Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a big, eventful thing. Tomorrow is going to be a great day. Because, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, Saturday, the 14th of December, 2019, I am starting up my Final Fantasy VI playthrough. Final Fantasy VI is my favorite Final Fantasy game of all time. And always, I think it always will be at this point. It's a game that I've played arguably maybe the most. I've played a few more games. I played a few games probably just as much as that, including Final Fantasy IV. But Final Fantasy VI, I absolutely love this game. Amazing story. Great cast with a ton of important and interesting characters who all have great plot development in their stories over the course of the game. Really good gameplay mechanics. Awesome turn-based gameplay. the ability to customize your characters in the late game, which is really nice. A really interesting plot with a huge twist halfway through. I love Final Fantasy VI, okay? And I've wanted to replay this game ever since I played it back in 2012. That's right, I looked it up last night. It was May of 2012 when I last played Final Fantasy 3/6, because it's the same game. And you know, it's tough for me. And the reason I say that is because this used to be a game that every few years or every couple of years I would play again because I love it so much. And now I haven't played it in 7 years. Seriously. I am dying to play it. And so we're starting up a playthrough tomorrow, all right? So it's going to be the PlayStation version, the PlayStation 1 version emulated on PS3. I never played that version before. The last time I played this game, I played the Super NES version, played on the Wii. But I don't have it on the Wii anymore, and you can't re-download it anymore because the Wii shop closed years ago. So we're going to go with this version. I've heard the game, sadly, this version has bad loading times, but outside of that, you know, the gameplay is dead on, the sound is dead on, it's just the loading times can be annoying, so I guess we're just going to have to put up with that. But it's fine, we're a live stream, right? It's a live stream, we're going to be able to interact, we're going to have fun. It's going to be really awesome. We're reliving this amazing game live with all of you on stream. I can't wait to see your reactions and your commentary along with, you know what I have to say about the game. Now, the thing is, I haven't played the game in 7 years. Previously, I would say I've been a master of this game where I kind of know the ins and outs of how to play it, and I know all the secrets you can do. I don't know if I'm going to remember them this time around, because I haven't played this game in so long that I don't actually know what's going to happen. Seriously, like, I might miss out on some stuff. I might forget some stuff. So I guess we'll see what happens here. But it should be fun. Starting a Final Fantasy VI tomorrow. I hope you guys will join me. This is one that's near and dear to my heart that I grew up playing. My favorite RPG. Well, my favorite Final Fantasy RPG. And so I hope that you'll join me for the premiere of that tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow night, it's time for more Modern Warfare. That's right, I am giving Modern Warfare another shot tomorrow night. I know it's so rage-inducing, and last week I freaked out, but we're playing it more tomorrow night, okay? Sunday, we're going back to Shenmue 3. We're now in the city in Shenmue 3, which is awesome because the city has a lot going on, including 2 different kind of like martial arts fighting arena tournaments, as well as tons of mini games and, of course, plot developments. So I'll be focusing on that, and we shall check that out on Sunday. Sunday night, I'm going to be finishing up Medieval, which I've been playing all week. I heard I only have about an hour to an hour and a half left, so we're going to finish up Medieval on Sunday night stream, and if there's extra time, I'll just do some talking with you guys, Q&A, just chilling. Monday, I'll come back to Pokemon Sword, and what will I be doing on Monday? I don't know. We'll see how today goes, you know. I don't know how much of the wild I'm going to really explore today and how many Pokemon I'll be catching or whatever. But maybe Monday we'll get back to the plot. I don't know. We'll see. I'm in no rush to beat this game. So Monday, more Pokemon Sword. And then Monday night, it is time for Minecraft. That's right. This week in Minecraft should be interesting, because this week in Minecraft, I'm going to begin construction of my bird statue. In addition, last week's top contributor has contacted me and said they definitely want me to do something different in Minecraft. Instead of just building, they want me to go on an adventure. They want me to adventure out one stream and for a couple hours just kind of explore the environment, the biomes, etc. that I can find. And so that's what I'm going to be doing after we build this bird statue. The thing is, it's probably going to take 1 to 2 streams to build the bird statue. All right. So we'll see how things go. That should be a fun stream. Then I'm off on Tuesday. This week coming up will be a balance between Final Fantasy and Shenmue and Pokemon, with all the chill streaming stuff at night. Okay, now there's potential that there's other stuff that I can actually start up soon as well. Some things that I'm considering doing, maybe playing Ninja Gaiden Black. Okay, that's one. And then maybe later this month we could maybe do something like Need for Speed Heat or something like that. If people want to see it, I don't know if you guys want to see it or not. It's just a suggestion I'm throwing out there. Okay, so there you go. Now I have 2 more things I want to say before we begin with the next segment of the pre-stream. The first is to please remember to keep voting for the games for the Christmas holiday marathon. This marathon will be held on Sunday, the 22nd of December. It'll be an all-day event where I'll be streaming and playing whatever games you vote on right now. I'll be in holiday-themed attire. I'll be drinking a bit, some beer, some eggnog, just having a good festive time. And I hope that you guys will join me for that. It's going to be a very special, fun holiday event. Please vote. How do you vote? Well, the link keeps popping up in the stream chat over and over here. So you can click on it and you can go vote there, or just type !marathon into the stream chat to bring up the link directly. Please vote. The more you vote, the more will determine what I'm going to play. I haven't even looked at the vote results at all yet. So I honestly have no idea what you guys have been voting for this holiday marathon. I guess we're going to find out soon, huh? Okay. So the last thing I want to say is in regards to my Pokemon Sword playthrough. And then we're going to move on to the next segment of my pre-stream, okay? So, apparently, there's a group of people out there who are not very pleased with my Pokemon Sword playthrough, alright? They're saying that it's unwatchable, it's cringeworthy, because I'm not playing the game right. That's right, folks. I'm not playing Pokemon right. How could he play Pokemon like this? Doesn't he understand that for longtime fans of Pokemon, playing it like this is unwatchable? It makes us die inside. We want to gouge our eyes out. We want to freak out because he's not playing the game right. Okay? Allow me to explain some of the arguments that have been thrown against my Pokemon Sword playthrough. First of all, Phil doesn't have enough knowledge of Pokemon in general, and therefore he doesn't understand the match types. He doesn't understand the Pokemon types. He's not matching the right Pokemon against the right Pokemon all the time, and it's incredibly frustrating. That's number one that I've heard, okay? Number two, he doesn't know the difference between Pokemon that specialize in a special attack and Pokemon that specialize in a physical attack, and Pokemon that are hybrids, and he's not getting the right abilities on the right Pokemon, so he's got a party of unoptimized Pokemon, and it's frustrating to watch as someone who knows Pokemon. It's like a comedy of errors, and I can't stand watching it because he just doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Okay? Number three, Phil really, because he doesn't know what he's doing, is he's healing in battles the wrong way. There was a battle where he kept healing for like 5 minutes instead of trading out his Pokemon, and we don't understand why he's not using all his knowledge to his advantage, because it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's played Pokemon before, and he should understand how to steamroll the game. Okay? Alright. So these are the common arguments that I'm hearing against my Pokemon playthrough. Alright? Here's what I can say. I'll respond to this in a few different ways. I'm going to try to be as constructive and positive as possible. Fuck you! No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Alright. The first response I have is, well, you're right. I'm not a master of Pokemon. You're right. If you look at the Pokemon games I've played over the years, here's what I've played. Pokemon Blue. That's from the 1990s, the original Pokemon game. Remember, there was Red and Blue. I played Blue. Then I played Pokemon, what was it? Ruby, Omega Ruby, or whatever. That was my first one that I ever did for the internet. Okay? So really, that was only my second experience ever playing a Pokemon game. Then I played Moon. Okay, I remember doing Moon, that playthrough back in the day. It was years ago. I did a live streams of that. And then I played Pokemon Go. All right, that was a mobile game. I played that for, I played that for roughly 2.5 months, I want to say. Pokemon Go. Okay, and I dropped it because everyone dropped it because the game stunk. And now I'm playing Pokemon Sword. So you can argue I've played 4 real Pokemon games. Outside of those real Pokemon games I've played, I've really only had live interactivity with you guys twice. Because remember, when I was playing Pokemon Omega Ruby, I wasn't really interacting with you guys that much. Admittedly, even when I was playing Moon, I still wasn't doing the interactive streams, but I will say I was reading what you were saying on the stream and stuff a little bit more back then. So the truth of the matter is, do I know a lot about Pokemon? Not a lot. I have a general knowledge of Pokemon. I know there's match types, right? You got your elements like fire, water, ice, ground. Of course, now there's other types that they add, fairy, psychic, steel. You know, all this stuff that they've added over the years that has accumulated these different types of Pokemon, right? Do I know specifically what Pokemon are every type? Hell no. You know, a lot of these Pokemon that are from previous generations, I'm seeing them and I'm like, man, I don't even know what this is. People are like, but that's like Gen 5 and you don't know what Gen 5 Pokemon, Phil. You're a noob. You're right. I am. I admittedly, I don't know too much about a lot of these things. Because I've only played Pokemon a few times over the years, you know. So I'll be the first to tell you, I'm a noob. That's what I told you guys as I started this playthrough. It was going to be a lot of interaction between you guys and me because I was hoping that you guys would help me out with the stuff I didn't know to make the playthrough more bearable, but also to make it fun. Because when you guys are helping me out during the playthrough, it's great. Now, admittedly, too, I don't want to be handheld 100%. I don't want people in every single fight saying, do this, do this, do this. Obviously, I want to learn it and try to win on my own as well. You know, being completely 100% guided is not a fun playthrough either. But it's about that happy medium, right? It is. It's about that happy medium and finding, like, the right balance, okay? Now, the other thing is, if I actually researched, if I actually did a playthrough where at all times I knew everything about the Pokemon, I knew all the matchups, I knew everything, right? If every single fight I was steamrolling, because, oh, okay, instant weakness, instant weakness, instant weakness, right? Or, to the flip side of that, I actually took my starter Pokemon out of my party purposely a few streams ago because I knew my starter Pokemon was so good that it was beating everything within 1 to 2 hits, and it wasn't even fun anymore. It was to the point where my starter Pokemon was just destroying everything, and I was like, why do I want to keep this in the party? It's not even challenging. You know what I mean? Like, I purposely traded my starter Pokemon out of the party to make the game more interesting, okay? So I think that because I'm purposely not steamrolling the game with every weakness, with every piece of knowledge possible, and because I'm purposely trying to use more Pokemon, like you guys every stream are choosing 3 Pokemon for me to use, and then I'm purposely using a variety of Pokemon as well. I'm trying to catch every Pokemon that I can. You see what I mean? I think that the playthrough has been better. If I had just completely dominated the game with my starter Pokemon and used a weakness every fight, wouldn't that have been boring? Right? Let's be honest here. The gym battles in this game aren't super challenging unless you actually challenge yourself. If I knew what every gym was and I went in with the specific Pokemon that were the strength against that gym, what fun would that be? I would beat it so quickly, you know, it would be like not fun at all. Now, some of the gym battles, I came in not with a great party of Pokemon, and I ended up making the gym battles actually be kind of drawn out and fun, and some of them were actually down to the wire because I made it that way. You see what I mean? I just think it's silly that people are treating this like, oh, this is a game where you need to play. It's almost like the Dark Souls mentality, right? You need to get good. If you play Pokemon the wrong way, you're doing it wrong, and it's not by the accepted Pokemon standards of how you should be playing the game. You know what I mean? It's just nuts to me, because to me, you just play games to enjoy them, and I feel, and at least the feedback you guys have been giving me on the streams, at least, all right, is that you guys have really been enjoying this playthrough because of the way I'm doing it, okay? I could have easily just, you know, looked everything up and ran through the playthrough, and we would have beaten the game already, right? I would have not focused on catching Pokemon. Instead, I could have steamrolled the game and beat it in 8 hours. And in fact, if you remember, that was one of the major complaints from the Pokemon Elite, was that Pokemon Sword is too short of a game. You can really go through the story within like 8 hours, and there's not enough content. And here I am, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much 40 hours into the game at this point, and I'm still having fun, and I'm still putting out great streams with you guys. We're having a great time every time I play the game. So you tell me who's doing it wrong. The people who are just elitists who have to play this game in a certain way and absolutely steamroll the fucking game and don't care about the Pokemon collection and instead just go and beat it in a few hours and then complain the game's short. Or people who actually take their time and have fun and play at a more casual level, and it's more about having a chill and fun stream with you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. I never expected that the game would end up being as fun as it is. And now I'm having so much fun with it. I actually don't want it to end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to catch Pokemon today instead of focus on the story. I'm loving this. I want it to keep going. So what I would like to say is thank you to those of you who have been hanging out and chilling and having fun with the playthrough. All right. Thank you to those of you who aren't being so ultimately demanding on what the playthrough should be. I think it's laughable that people to this day still impose these standards on what a playthrough of a game should be. Because if you're not part of the Pokemon elite and you play it a certain way, you're obviously doing it wrong. To me, that's like, what the hell are you talking about, man? Like, that's completely not the mentality of how gaming should be. You know what I mean? But God forbid that we play the game in a way that it's fun and more challenging, and that I don't steamroll the game and have ultimate knowledge of the entire game before I play it. It's just so weird to me that people still have these weird preconceived notions of what things should be. So thanks to those who get it. Thanks to those who've been hanging out. Thanks to those who've been supportive of the Pokemon streams. I appreciate that very much, and I hope that we're going to have another good time today. Okay? Hold on a second, because the lighting in my office has changed. I want to fix this. Hold on. Oh, no. We'll do this. Okay. So what happened was the sun was out really, really bright. Okay? So because the sun was out, I decided to close my shade because it was bothering me. And now the sun went away, so I opened the shade again and turned on the lamp. Oh, one other thing I should tell you guys. All right? There is a alarm company that is testing our alarm systems today. And right now they're outside. I just looked outside and they're out there right now. What they do is they test to make sure that our fire alarms work. We have a fire alarm system that if any of the homes that are connected light on fire, the other ones are alerted, so you can know, get the hell out of the house, right? And so, what we have is a system in place where we're going to be testing that today. You might hear some loud blasting alarm noises during today's stream. I don't want you to be alerted. It's not a real fire alarm. They're going to be testing it. It usually doesn't last that long. I would say maybe it's like 10-15 minutes where they have to do it on and off. It's a little annoying. But they do this once a year. Now is the time they're doing it. So just to forewarn everyone, that's going to probably happen on today's stream at some point. I don't know if it's going to happen during the pre-stream. I don't know if it's going to happen during the gameplay. They're out there right now, so they could start testing potentially whenever they want. So just forewarning all of you, okay? All right. So that's that. We can now move on to the second segment of my pre-stream, which of course is the gratuitous plugs. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for 11 awesome years that I have been a content creator here on the internet. I love sharing my gameplay experiences with all of you on a daily basis. I love hanging out with you guys on a daily basis on stream. It's so much fun. And I'm one of the very few people on this planet that gets to do what I love as a hobby for a living. And I'm incredibly grateful for that, okay? I always will be. That you guys have given me 11 awesome years. That being said, you know, I used to be a full-time YouTuber. I used to do things differently. Things have definitely changed along the way. It certainly has not been a smooth road. There's been a lot of bumps and roadblocks along the way to keep going. Now I am a full-time streamer. What that means is that 6 days a week full-time, I am here streaming with you guys, putting out fun gameplay streams. I also continuously upload these streams as archives over on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, so that for those of you who cannot catch these live, you can still watch them on demand at your leisure, all right? So if you like all of that, thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting me for so long. However, things are very different today than they used to be. You know, I used to be, I just put out videos on YouTube and I make ad revenue and it's, you know, so lucrative that it pays my bills and everything's good. Well, it ain't like that anymore. Now I'm primarily reliant on you guys supporting me via crowdfunding during these streams, okay? It's your contributions during streams that very matter-of-factly pays the bills around here. It allows me to afford the cost of games, to pay the internet bill, to pay the electric bill, to pay my taxes, to pay everything that I owe, all right? It's you guys that help me with that. So, if you enjoy, and no, Froggerson, I did not record this last night, and I'm not eating a sandwich and taking a poop right now. My pre-streams are always live because I give you guys the benefit of the doubt, and I say if I'm going to advertise, I'm going to be here to do it live every day because I respect you. I'm not just going to be here and play a pre-recorded ad because I think that's disrespectful to my audience. So there you go, Froggerson. Ha-ha! Take that. Anyway, so if you enjoy the streams that I put out, if you enjoy the content that I put out, and if you like the fact that I archive it on YouTube, despite the fact that at this point I make almost nothing doing it over there, it's pretty much fan service rather than anything else. You want to see all of this continue, all right? Then please consider contributing via one of the following methods that I am about to describe on the stream. However, understand this up front before I even mention a single way to contribute. Contributions are greatly appreciated, but not mandatory. I am perfectly happy with the fact that people just want to come and hang out with me on a daily basis on stream. I made YouTube gameplay videos for 2.5 years before you could even monetize them. I would continue to stream even if I couldn't make any money doing it. All right? I love it. It's my passion. And I'm incredibly happy that I'm able to do what I have passion for a living. But it's not mandatory that you contribute. I don't want anyone to feel pressured. I don't want anyone to come on here on stream and feel like, oh man, I'm deflated because I can't contribute in any way. Okay? Fair enough? All right. Now, if you can go above and beyond and contribute, there are the following ways that you can. Thanks for even considering it. I have a Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. It's a monthly pledge campaign. What you pledge earns you personal perks. I'm not going to give you any kind of additional information because it's all listed right there on the website. Please give it a look. To those who are current patrons of mine, thank you very much. And thanks to anyone who gives it a look and considers pledging themselves. In addition, I have a Teespring store where you can buy all kinds of fun merchandise, primarily t-shirts, but there's other things there too, like stickers and mugs and hoodies and sweatshirts, etc. Anything you buy helps me out. You get a cool collectible. And by the way, with less than 2 weeks left till Christmas, if you're going to buy something now for Christmas, you better do it immediately. Because if you want to get it created and processed and sent your way for Christmas, you got to do it fast, all right? So thanks to anyone who checks that out as well. Now, if you're here live on the stream, all right? That was refreshing. If you're here live on the stream, chances are you're probably going to want to contribute in a way that's going to get you some extra recognition on this stream, right? So, if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to the channel or you tip me during today's live stream, I'm going to give you a live shout out as a way of saying thank you very much for that contribution, okay? In addition, I have a leaderboard at the top of the screen that, as you can see, has things like top cheerer and top tipper listed, and I will update that periodically as well to make sure you're getting extra recognition if you're one of those positions. And then on top of all of that, there's 2 other leaderboards that are built into Twitch automatically, and those leaderboards track things such as the top cheerers of the week, as well as people who've gifted subscriptions this week to the channel. So many different ways for you to get recognition. That's what it's all about around here. Having fun, getting recognition, and just having a good chill time, right? Pretty cool. Now, if you would like to know what is the best way that you can contribute during today's stream, what's the way that helps me out the most, being very matter of fact with all of you, the answer there is to tip me. Tipping me helps me the most because I get those funds immediately. I can use those funds for whatever I need to do right away, whether it's pay a bill, buy a game, pay some taxes, do whatever it is. I have the funds to do that. Versus all the other contribution methods I just mentioned are great, don't get me wrong, but those methods all have some kind of a delay in time, meaning I have to wait maybe a month or 2 for them to process for me to get any benefit out of them. Via tips is immediate. So if you can contribute today, and you have a choice of how you can, the best way to help me is by tipping me, but everything else helps too. So please, by all means, don't feel like tipping is the only way to go. Everything helps, and thank you very much to anyone who contributes in any way, shape, or form. I'm not looking to gift horse in the mouth, and I'm grateful for anything that comes my way. Fair enough? Good stuff? Alrighty then. Sounds good. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for that. Now, shall we move on? I think we shall. What I'd like to do now is move past the plug segment and get to the rules. The rules are pretty simple, and I have 2 sets of rules that I follow on my streams. First is that I have to abide by all the rules and regulations of Twitch.tv because that is the business that I stream on. And so please understand that I can't just say and do whatever the heck I want to do on the streams because I have to abide by the rules. Good stuff? Good stuff. Thumbs up. But in addition to that, I have my own kind of rule set that I follow, my own code of conduct per se. The reason I do it is as follows. What I want people to do is when I join my streams, I want them to feel like this is a way or a place where they can escape all of the drama of their real lives, all of the stresses, all of the hardships, the annoying stuff that really irks you. I want you to come to this stream and feel like you can just relax and have a good time with me, enjoying games and seeing my honest reactions to whatever game I'm playing, have some interactions with me, have some interactions with the other stream chatters, and just in general, be chill and have fun, right? That's the point of a gameplay stream. And so what I try to do is maintain a stream where we can avoid drama, we can avoid toxicity, we can avoid topics that people seem to find controversial and or cause problems. So the first group of topics that we avoid on stream are two that are basically very, very polarizing. People either feel one way or the other about them, and if you don't agree with them, typically people, sadly, tend to get argumentative, and they want to just basically attack each other, and I just find that these things have no place on my streams at all. These topics are, of course, politics and religion. The last thing you want to do coming to a chill gameplay stream is come in and see people arguing about Brexit, arguing about the Trump impeachment, arguing about this, arguing about that in the stream chat. No one cares about that in here, you know, and it shouldn't. You know, this shouldn't be the topic of discussion in a gameplay stream. That's more than likely just derailing anyone paying attention to the game and interacting with me. So we don't allow that stuff in here, all right? Now, here's the thing. If I'm playing a game where those topics are pertinent, what if there's a game that has political overtones or maybe has religious content in it? That's different. You know, I've played a few games this year in particular that actually address those topics directly, and that was fine. If we have those discussions in reference to the game, that's different. But in general, no, I don't want my streams being completely derailed by discussions that have nothing to do with the game or whatever, and therefore, I'm not gonna play that. All right? Good stuff? All right? So that being said, thank you very much for understanding. In addition to that, there's one other rule of thumb that I follow, all right? I am well aware that there are many people on the internet who on a daily basis do things to basically make fun of me, insult me, and harm me so that they can get personal benefit from it. Whether it's people who are illegally stealing my content and re-editing it to make me look bad, whether it's people who are live restreaming my content illegally and just basically lampooning it and making fun of me constantly, whether it's people who are defaming me, slandering me, myself, my family, everything that had to do with me, all right? These people do it for a very, very simple reason. Attention. When they get attention, they get views. When they get views, they make money. And by the way, all the people I'm mentioning do this on YouTube. No one does this on Twitch. You want to know why? Twitch doesn't allow it. When Twitch finds out someone's bullying someone else for personal gain, they shut them down and ban them. On YouTube, they just basically seem to get away with it. Now, YouTube has recently announced this week that they have a new, stricter terms of service, and even though it's always been in their terms of service that this bullying type of behavior was against the rules, they never really properly enforced it, and now they're really going to properly enforce it, all right? So to which I have to respond, do I really believe this, considering the fact that I have been a target of this kind of very malicious and toxic activity for so many years on YouTube, and every single time anyone ever tried to speak up for me or do something to get it taken down, YouTube did nothing. They completely ignored any request. So all I have to say is I find this very skeptical, that I really doubt that anything will ever happen in regards to this content. I feel like YouTube isn't serious about it, but maybe they are. Who knows? Maybe they've changed their attitude. I don't know. But what I will say is this. Number one, I'm a positive content creator. I'm not going to focus on going to YouTube and starting massing flagging negative videos against me and slanderous videos and defamatory videos. I don't care about that. I'm here to put out fun, entertaining, and positive gameplay streams for you guys every day, period. So that's all I'm about. I'm not going to waste my time with that other crap, all right? What other people do is not within the realm of my control, and if other people take it upon themselves because they've been turned so negatively or pissed off by these people over the years, that they do stuff like that, I can't help it, and I have nothing to do with it, all right? But understand, I'm not going to bother with that, and therefore, it's not worth talking about. The other thing is, if we actually bring this up as like, oh, this guy's doing this. Did you hear this guy's illegally streaming you? Did you hear this guy said this about you? Did you do this? If we bring that stuff up, all right, I just want you to understand that what you're doing is giving them the attention that they want, okay? We don't want that. We don't want people to get attention because then it brings more people to their channels. That brings more people to their content. That's the opposite effect of what we're trying to do here, right? So please understand that, and please know that by bringing any of that negative stuff up in the stream, what you're doing is giving them exactly what they want, all right? So that's why it's against the rules. That's why we don't bring it up. That's why once the gameplay begins, we just go with fun stuff all day. We don't bother with the negative crap from outside of my streams, okay? So please understand that, and please know that that's why we have these rules in effect, okay? And thank you for respecting those rules, okay? Good stuff? Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Now, let us now move on to the third and final segment of the pre-stream, which is the shout-outs and thank-yous, where I say shout-out and thank you to those who've contributed already. I'll start updating the leaderboards, and then we get geared up and ready for gameplay. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for all of your support. Let's get to shout-outs. Let's see here. Excuse me. Okay, first of all, we had some people who contributed overnight. In particular, we had Golden Colts who did a couple cheers overnight. Thank you, Golden Colts, for that. Pack of Wild Chimps cheered overnight. He says, can we get some NBA? And shout out to Jamal and the gang keeping it real. No, I'm not really interested in NBA. I have played NBA 2K in the past. There was a couple years there that I was playing it consistently. And then basically I lost all interest and I really don't care about it anymore. I'm not going back to it. At least at this point. Okay? So. Alright. Flow South 8 did 2 cheers overnight in reference to my Super NES gameplay from last night. The first thing he did with a 100-bit cheer, he says, hi Phil, great to see you playing more Super Metroid. But then he cheered again. He said, hint, you can actually beat the whole game without doing a single wall jump. Oh, I'm aware of that too. The wall jump is an exploit in Super Metroid where you can jump higher than you're actually supposed to be able to do. I guess it wasn't intended to be in the game, but people figured out how to do it over the years, and so now it's actually a very popular speedrunning tactic. But it's not intended for people who are just playing the game normally, gaining the abilities to advance and stuff. It's not intended to be used as something to advance the game, per se, okay? So the reason that he's referencing this is because last night I was doing a Super NES stream, and I played Super Punch-Out, which was great. I absolutely loved Super Punch-Out. Then I played Star Fox 2, which was terrible. The frame rate was so bad, the game was unplayable. And I was like, well, I kind of understand why the game was never finished and released. Then we did Super Metroid. And I'll be honest, Super Metroid's a great game. But number one, I haven't played it in over 2 months, and I was super rusty. And number two, the people who were watching me play didn't know what to do. And I got lost and stuck. And basically, I played for about 40 minutes, and I died and did nothing. It was literally 40 minutes wasted because I didn't know what to do or where to go. I ended up wandering into an area and getting stuck for like 20 minutes. Then when I finally figured out how to get through it, I died. It was not a pretty sight, okay? It just wasn't. It was very annoying. And so, you know, there was one part where I was stuck, and that's what Flow South is referencing here, is that I didn't know where to go. And people were telling me to do this, and none of it was working. And then I tried wall jumping to get out, and I almost got out, but I didn't, and I was very frustrated. So, yes, I am aware of that, Flow South. Thank you for the cheers overnight. Next time that I play Super Metroid, what I'll probably do, because now I have an idea of some of the games that I want to continue on the Super NES. I would say Super Mario World, Super Mario Kart, and Super Metroid are probably 3 of the games. Oh, and Super Punch-Out as well. 3 or 4 of the games there that I really like on the Switch. Excuse me. I would like to continue those playthroughs as real playthroughs at some point. And so when I do, I'll actually go in more well-equipped. I'll let people know ahead of time I'm playing those games. So people who like those games and could help me out with them will be on those streams. So it's not me getting stuck for 25 minutes. Okay? So there you go. Thank you, Flow South, for the cheers overnight. We now move on to people who actually cheered during the course of today's stream. So let's go ahead and give some credit there. First of all, we start off with Snake Eater. What's going on, Snake Eater? He did a 100-bit cheer. He said, hopefully there's a stream tonight. I'll be there. I'm just stopping by to help out with some cheering right now. Yes, there is a stream tonight. It is Street Fighter, and I will be raging. just you know, knowing from previous streams how I react to those Street Fighter streams, it should still be a good time, but I'm definitely going to rage. It'll be a fun time. Hope to see you tonight, Snake Eater, and thank you. That's the first major cheer of the day. Let's get you up on the leaderboard here. Very nice. If I'm in a sex cheer, he says, are you planning to play Predator Hunting Grounds? I don't know what that is. So I guess the answer is no. I have no idea what that is. I've never heard of it before. If you have more information on what the heck it is, feel free to share. But as of right now, I guess the answer is no. Okay. Honest Fan cheered. He says, excuse me. Let's try this again. Need for Speed Heat will be great. You'll like it better than that payback shit you played before, and also ignore the Poke haters. Excuse me. Give them a taste of your rollout. Your rollout. Rollout. All right. Well, thank you, Honest Fan, for the 55-bit cheer, and thank you for the vote of confidence. Again, I'm interested in Need for Speed Heat. I don't know if I'll be playing it. It's $40 on Amazon right now, and I doubt the price is going to go up again. It's probably going to stay that price, if not lower. So we'll see how stuff goes this month, and if people want to see it by the end of the month or whatever, and that'll determine what I do. Okay? Thank you very much. All right, continuing on here. Snorlax tipped me $1 and said the following. Hey, give Phil good luck. Oh, hold on. The whole thing just scrolled on me. Here we go. He says, hey, Phil, good luck catching today. Just a heads up that certain Pokemon have a rare encounter rate in certain areas in the wild, between 1 to 5% chance, as well as the weather changes out the potential Pokemon in the area too. Very nice. So it's good to know, Snorlax. And you're right, I've noticed that if there's like clear skies versus rain versus a sandstorm, that it seems, it changes out the Pokemon that are walking around. So what we'll have to do today is initially walk around, see what we can catch, and then maybe walk back and look for changing weather conditions to see what else I can catch. So thank you very much, Snorlax, for that. Then I got $1 tip from a troll, basically saying, oh, I'm going to make a compilation of you insulting people and swearing over the years, and I'm going to submit that to YouTube for their anti-bullying campaign. Okay, then. Thanks for the $1 tip. Internet famous Metroid tipped me $1. And he says, I've been doing a lot of low-key internalized detracting ever since you said you like Final Fantasy VI more than Chrono Trigger. That said, it's pretty exciting you're revisiting Final Fantasy VI later. Thanks for staying you and staying positive. Well, thank you very much, internet famous McCroy. I appreciate that. And listen, don't get me wrong. I love Chrono Trigger too. I would say, it's a toss-up for me between Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI for like some of my favorite RPGs of all time. I think Final Fantasy VI is definitely my favorite Final Fantasy. I think Chrono Trigger, I definitely think the story is outstanding, and I like the fact that depending on what you do in the game, you can find optional things to do in different time periods that will actually change your ending and stuff like that. I like that, but at the same time, I just like the combat of Final Fantasy VI a bit more. I find it a little bit more complex, being that not only do you have special abilities that each character has innate to who they are, but also you can teach them the different abilities with the Magicite. So it's basically a very customizable game versus in Chrono Trigger, your character knows what they know, and that's it. Like, they're only ever going to learn their own set of abilities. And I would also say that the crossover abilities in Chrono Trigger are great. I love the double teams and the triple team moves. Those are really sweet. I like those. I think that's one of the most original things they've ever done in a turn-based RPG, because you don't really see that often in other RPGs, right? I think it was like games like Suikoden and a few others kind of followed suit, but not very often. It was a very unique thing. But I just think that the combat of Final Fantasy VI is a bit better. I do. And I think Final Fantasy VI, if you actually look at it, is a longer game and has more content. So that's why I give the edge to Final Fantasy VI. Some people would disagree and say Chrono Trigger is better. You can't go wrong with either one, okay? There you go. Then we got someone named Contributions Are Not Mandatory who tipped me $1 and said 70-year average lifespan for human beings, tip me. What does that mean? I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Anyway, thanks for the $1 tip. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Two Bar King did a 200-bit cheer, and that actually makes Two Bar King the top cheerer of the day. Let me go ahead and get Two Bar King up here on the leaderboard. Shit. There we go. PW Dubs tipped me $1 and says the following. Phil, quick question. As a full-time streamer, you don't do a lot of movement, but you still look fit. How do you maintain physical prowess? First of all, I'm not fit. What I am is not overweight. I don't eat a ton of food, and what I do eat at this point, I try to make healthier. I'm not always able to do that, but for example, when Kat makes meals for us, we try to eat low fat, decent calorie, healthy meals. Not like I used to. I used to eat much more unhealthy. I used to not really care about what I was eating and put into my body. And now I've kind of changed that attitude a lot because I am getting older. And the last thing I want to do, because I do have what's called a sedentary lifestyle. This is a lifestyle where basically you sit around all day. And a lot of people have this problem, people who work in office buildings and you just sit at a desk all day, someone like me who just sits here and streams all day. There's not much I could do about it, okay? I'm going to be doing this no matter what all day long. So that's what I would say is really for me, it's been adjusting my lifestyle. I don't drink soda. Remember I was drinking soda every day? I don't drink soda at all anymore. Only maybe every once in a while I'll have a soda if I'm out or something on my day off, but no, I don't drink it every day. I'm not eating heavily as much as I used to. What I do eat, I eat less of, and I eat healthier portions and healthier food in general, you know? Instead of having something that's greasy or fried, you know, I'll have something that's baked. See? It's different. And by the way, there's many healthy alternatives to things like that, right? So that's basically what I would say. There's not much else to it. I don't know if you're actually even being serious or not, because obviously you're joking about me saying I have physical prowess. I don't. All right. Obviously, I don't work out or anything anymore. I don't have big muscles or anything. But I'm also not fat per se. Okay. I've actually, in reality, I've lost a lot of weight over the last few years. And I'm actually at a better weight now than I've been in quite some time, which is a great thing because it makes me lighter. It makes me easier. You know, my back pain is all but gone. I almost never have back pain anymore because I lost so much of that excess weight that was causing it that really it's not a problem anymore. So that's a good thing, right? So there you have it. Hardcore Gabe Horn, cheers, says, have you seen any of my videos? No, I have no idea who you are. I don't know if this is like someone attempting me to reference something negative. I have no idea, nor do I care, but I'll say thank you for the cheer. Jose Martinez did 100 bit cheers. He says, how are you doing today? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, Jose. I'm looking forward to a very fun and chill Pokemon stream in the wild where we basically just catch Pokemon and don't focus in too much on anything else. It should be a good time. All right. Let's see here. Big Papa Phil tipped me $1. He says, how about you exploring the NES app? A lot of fun retro moments could be had on stream with that. Looking forward to Street Fighter Friday nights. Yes, so for those who are not aware, if you are a subscriber to the Nintendo Plus service or whatever the hell it's called, their online service, you also get access to an app that's not just SNES games, Super Nintendo, but also regular Nintendo games. I have not yet played any of those, but it would always be a consideration. If you guys wanted to see me play those games, I would play them. Now, admittedly, I was a Super Nintendo kid. Like, I grew up playing the Super Nintendo. I love the Super Nintendo. I've always said the Super Nintendo is my favorite console of all time. So when I play those games, I feel a lot more nostalgia and a lot more fun than, say, if I go back and play an NES game. I'm not against playing an NES game. If that's something you guys wanted to see, I would definitely consider doing it. So be sure to let me know if that's something that interests you. I would definitely consider it at some point. You guys have really reacted positively to the retro stuff I've done this year. The Genesis Mini, the Super Nintendo stuff. So I see no reason why not checking out something else as well. Okay? Alrighty then. Thank you for the tip, Big Papa Phil. PW Dubs tipped me $1.01. That actually, that makes him the top tipper of the day. All right, and he says, another question, do you ever feel like you're in a fishbowl and everyone's watching you while streaming? No, I don't feel like that at all. I don't. Some people say that they get this like anxiety feeling when people are watching them do stuff on a stream, and some people ask me, Phil, how is it that you do this day in, day out? You know, isn't it weird that, you know, you have an audience when you're talking and everything? Not really. I never really had that problem. When I was younger, I would say when I was in elementary school, grammar school, whatever you want to call it, grade school, whatever you call it, because it has like a million names, I actually was chosen to be in certain like public speaking events. And back then, of course, when I was a young kid, it made me incredibly nervous. All right. Let me put it this way. All right. I've already had the worst possible scenario happen. Here's what happened. I had a speech that I was going to give, and I believe it was about Franklin Delano Roosevelt, all right, when I was in grade school. When I was one of 5 kids who was giving a speech. Well, guess what? As I'm sitting there, and I practiced this speech for weeks. I had practiced it with my mom, reciting it, word for word, memorizing it, but then learning how to say it with inflection, so it didn't just sound like I was saying it for the sake of saying it, But instead, it was me actually, like, meaning it, telling the story of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, one of the presidents of the United States. Okay? Well, as I'm sitting there, they chose me. I think I was either next to last or last. I definitely wasn't at the beginning. I was either next to last or last. All right? So as we're sitting there to do it, all of a sudden, I have to pee. All right? And I'm not talking, a little bit of an inkling to pee. I had to piss like a racehorse. Like a gallon of piss had somehow accumulated. More than likely because I was so nervous. It accumulated, in my groin. And I was like, oh my God. I held in that piss for an hour. All right? An hour. I had to piss so bad. And I held it in. And while I had to piss, I was in pain. I had to piss so bad. I walked up to that podium and I gave my speech. All right? And when the speech was over and everything, everyone was like, wow, you did great. I was like, that's great. I'll see you in a minute. And I ran off and pissed. And I came back and everyone was like, what happened? I was like, I had to use the bathroom so bad. And they're like, really? Like, we couldn't tell. Okay? So, basically, after that, like, being in front of people, talking, there's no other time I could be more possibly uncomfortable than the time when I had to piss so fucking bad and I held it in for an hour and still gave a perfect speech. Okay? So that being said, if I farted live on stream or I belch, all the things that I've done, disgusting stuff, to me it's no big deal. Oh no, I make a mistake on stream or whatever. My incident years ago, I don't give a fuck. It's so stupid, right? Like, all that stuff is so dumb. And I don't care about it. I just come to stream every day and I have fun with you guys. That's all it's all about. I don't care about being proper. I don't care about doing the right thing. I'm a real human, And yeah, sometimes real humans can be fucking gross. But you know what? That's life, right? You watch my streams, you get the real me, and you have a good time. And I hope that you guys like that. Or else why would you even be here, right? So, no, you feel like you're in a fishbowl and everyone's watching you and you're nervous and all that. No, that doesn't happen to me. Like, I'm actually relaxed here when I'm on stream. I would say the only days when I do get a little nervous is when I'm playing like an incredibly difficult game or a game that's like way outside of my comfort zone. Because I do get nervous that I'm going to get frustrated at the game, or I'm not going to like the game, or I'm going to get stuck. And now, that's not entertaining to an audience to see me stuck on a certain part of a game for an insane amount of time, right? So, those are maybe some of the days when I get a little nervous that maybe my stream won't be as good for you guys. But in general, no, I don't feel any pressure. I don't really get nervous about that stuff. I just come and I have fun. So, Vincent, what's going on, man? You get a 60-bit cheer house. Did I see The Mandalorian yet? Nope. I haven't seen any of the pro wrestling from the past week. I haven't seen The Mandalorian. I haven't seen Avengers Endgame. I just don't have a lot of time to sit around watching television anymore. It's not like it used to be. So, will I eventually watch it? Like I told you guys, maybe eventually I'll watch it. What I'll do is maybe I'll wait till the whole season's out, and then I'll watch an episode or two at a time, binge watch it over the course of a week or something. But in general, no, I don't really have that much time to watch anything, and I haven't seen any of that stuff. So, okay. Fair enough. Why the hell is everyone giving shout out to a detractor? Not a detractor of mine, but a detractor of Wings. Why are you all doing this? Would you all like to get banned? Why are you guys doing this in my fucking stream? If you want to do that, go do that in Wings stream. Don't fucking spam my stream with stuff about them. Like, what? That's stupid. You guys know better. Come on. Stop that right now. Stop it right now. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, let's continue. Hold on. Atlas Telemon did a 120-bit cheer. He says, your bully Balrog is fun to watch. What if you do 30 minutes of only top-tier characters? I mean, I could. What I've been doing, what I did last week to Atlas is... excuse me. Last week, I did, just like I'm doing with Pokemon, I'm setting it up so that people who have the channel points accumulated can actually use channel points to select characters that I'm going to use in the game. So, excuse me, I'll probably do that tonight. I'll probably set it up so like 5 people can use channel points to pick characters for me to use. Oh my god, I'm exploding. I'm burping and exploding. I'm sorry, guys. It's disgusting. Whew. Okay, I feel better now. So I'll probably do that where, like, you know, 5 characters get selected and now I got to use those characters in sets tonight or something like that, you know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, you know, if I just pick top tier characters, chances are, and this is being very truthful, people wouldn't want to play me anymore. Like, if I just used Vega, I probably would barely lose. If I just used Balrog, I probably would barely lose. And therefore, no one would want to play me anymore. Or what they would do is they would then try to change the game. Because, like, oh, fuck, he just keeps destroying everybody, right? If you noticed, I almost never pick DJ. DJ is, like, super versatile when I use him. And I probably would win almost every match picking DJ. And I almost never select him because I know that's the situation. And I don't want to have it be so one-sided. So I usually pick other characters outside of my 3 top-tier guys. But, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe one stream, people are like, Phil, just dominate. Just dominate for half an hour. Okay. And then I'll pick my 3 top-tier characters and I'll dominate, right? All right. Anyway, sorry, my throat is bothering me, as you can tell. Let's see here. A lot of contributions today. Thank you, guys. P-Dubs to me another $1. He says, okay, last question. Do you interact? Shit. Do you interact with your neighbors? Every once in a while. I just talked to my neighbors this morning because of the whole alarm thing going on. I talked to them and let them know, yeah, you know, I'm home and, you know, they'll be able to access the alarm and blah, blah, blah. You know, do I actively have an active relationship with my neighbors where I talk with them and hang out with them? No. But we know each other. You know, for example, when Kat and I were going away to visit my parents in April, I let my neighbors know so they knew what was going on. And I said, hey, you see anyone coming in and out of the house? You know, you see people moving out, you know, people taking our shit out of the house. They're probably robbing us. All right. You see any funny business around the house, call the police, you know? So there you go. Let's continue on here. Kate cheered and said, hey, Phil, happy Friday. I'm also happy we're getting the 2nd season of The Wolf Among Us. It was my favorite Telltale game. Yep, I heard that was announced. I guess there's a mixed reaction. Some people are excited. Some people are like, damn, the game doesn't really look like the first season. And it doesn't look like all the game developers have come back to make this. So a lot of people are like, man, maybe it's not going to be like the first season. And maybe it's going to lose the spirit because it's not the same people. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I think it was literally just announced for the first time. So we'll see more as more happens and we get more information about it. Okay. Let's see here. Pack of Wild Chimps here said, lots of crownless homies in the chat. Where the sub on at, bro? Pleb life is hard. So I think what he's hinting at, Pack of Wild Chimps, is that he wants a gift sub. Now, I don't necessarily, I'm not saying anything to that effect, but, you know, I don't necessarily know how effective asking publicly for a gift sub is either. I don't know if anyone actually gives out gift subs because someone asks for them. I think it's more of a, oh, spur of the moment, I want to help out, let me gift a bunch of subs kind of a deal versus a, oh, someone's been begging for a sub for 2 weeks, let me give them one, right? So I'm just saying. All right, MVNSX cheered. Says, as far as I know, it's set in the universe of the Predator franchise. It's an isometrical shooter where you can play as the Predator or the humans. As a human, you have to complete tasks before the Predator finds you, similar to the game Evolve. It's $40, and it launches in April. All right, so it's not out yet. I didn't hear anything about this game. I guess we'll have to hear more about it as we get closer to its launch. Thank you for that information, F5NSX, and thank you for the cheer. Lego Mario tipped me $1. Says, when you build the bird statue, would you consider modeling Big Bird in memory of Carol Spinney, who died yesterday? Yeah, Carol Spinney did pass away. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was 2 days ago. He was the longtime puppeteer who basically innovated Big Bird for Sesame Street. And he passed away. He's very old. He was in his 80s. But yeah, an innovative dude. And he should be, rest in peace to Carol Spinney. I actually watched a documentary about the history of Big Bird and Carol Spinney a few years ago that I found really entertaining. But would I make it look like Big Bird? No. We're actually going to do the state bird of the state of Washington. That was the request of the person who was the top contributor a couple of weeks ago, was they wanted to see like the state bird or something like that. So, also, Lego Mario tipped me another $1 and said, the Super Mario movie turns 25. Oh my God, it does. The Super Mario Brothers movie turns 25 years old this week. He says, You say you watch it during the holidays. Are you going to watch it this week? How do you think the film has aged? Do you think video game movies have gotten better or will ever see a great video game movie? Well, the movie didn't age well. In fact, I'll go as far to say the movie is not a good movie. We all know that. It's one of those movies that's so bad it's good, right? The movie is so effing bad, it's funny as hell to watch. So, there you go. In regards to watching it this week, I don't know if I will. We'll see how things go. Will there ever be a good video game movie? I haven't really seen one yet. Maybe we'll see what happens with Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay? So thank you for those tips, Lego Mario. That was, what, another $2 in tips? Did I update the leaderboard? I don't even know if I did. Well, I'll say it's $10. I wasn't paying any attention. We'll say that I have $10 in tips now, even if I don't. How about that? Okay, Jeez, so many contributions coming in. I gotta catch up here. Platinum Diaper Gaming. Cheers. Did you feel intimidated by how intelligent and successful your stream audience is and their compassion compels them to support you? I don't feel intimidated at all. Lego, I don't even know what that meant. Lego Mario tipped me $1. Says, does Reggie Fils-Aimé actually add anything to Nintendo? Or is he just a big kid who sits around and collects money? I mean, the real brains of Nintendo lie over in Japan. I don't know what his purpose is. Listen, I'm not a major Nintendo follower nor a fanboy. A lot of people liked Reggie Fils-Aimé. I don't know anything that he majorly did besides just being kind of the face of Nintendo to Americans and people who speak English. Maybe that's really what his job was, and if that's the case, I guess he did a good job because everyone seemed to like him. By the way, he doesn't work for Nintendo anymore. You know, he doesn't do, he stepped down from that role. But because he's such a big guy synonymous with Nintendo, they still have him do stuff for them. They pay him, like, I guess, gigs, one-off gigs to do stuff. Like, he was at the Game Awards last night. I'm like, why? He's not the head of Nintendo of America anymore. Why is he there? I don't know. But, I think just people like him. He's a likable guy, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what he actually did or didn't do because, like I said, I don't follow that stuff when it comes to Nintendo. So, all right. Internet famous McCroy gifted a sub to Dr. 3AMX Jokers. So congrats to the doctor, and thank you, Internet famous McCroy, for the support. Bobby Hill tipped me $1 and says, when was the last time you watched The Voice? Are you still a fan? Have you listened to any Blake Shelton songs? No, I haven't watched The Voice in probably about 5 years. I used to watch it when I lived in Connecticut. That's like the last time I watched it. Those earlier seasons. And I haven't watched it since then. I don't watch any of that reality TV stuff. I don't have time to really watch TV anymore. So. Richard Link, cheer. 50 bits. Do you think it's scary? It's 666 subs on Friday the 13th. Kind of funny, but at the same time, I don't think we're at that. I'll definitely check that in a bit. I'm pretty sure that changed. Because we got a few subs this morning. But, yeah, you're right. Kind of funny that it said that, at least for a little bit of time here on Friday the 13th, right? Bull of Brand resub for 13 months. Thank you, Bull of Brand, for 13 months of support. What is this? All right. So does anyone know if this is something negative? I'm going to say it out loud. I can't figure it out. Someone named C. Adder Air. Oh, Seattle Air. Is that what it's supposed to be? Seattle Air. That stupid old meme. Okay, I got it. Seattle Air. To me, $1.05. It says, can you smell what the Seattle Air is cooking? All right, there you go. The Seattle Air. That's not a, I mean, that's not a negative meme. It's silly. You know, you could have just said Seattle Air and I would have put it up there, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, thank you for the $1.05 tip. Oh, actually, we're up to $13 in tips. Awful Waffle cheered. He said, do you cater more to your YouTube audience or your Twitch audience when streaming? You obviously know the answer is streaming. I almost never cater to my YouTube audience. It's only when I'm starting up a brand new day of recording or something like that where I even, like, have a difference in what I'm saying on stream for the YouTube audience. You guys know that I'm almost always catering to the Twitch viewership. So, Atlas Telemon cheered again. He says, that's what he said. He cleared his throat just like that. No, he said, yesterday I heard you talk about a live chill podcast style stream. Will that return be the return of Hate Live? I don't know if I'm going to call it Hate Live. I know it'll definitely be some kind of a podcast style stream that I'm going to do in January. People have expressed the desire for me to do it every quarter. Because what they're saying is they'd like me to basically do kind of like the quarter in preview. All right, what I'll do in this special stream is, number one, I'll recap the stuff we just did the months before. I'll let you know what games I'm looking forward to playing in the next 3 months or so. I'll kind of go through a schedule update to let you guys know what's coming. I'll let you know personal plans I have and things like that. Basically, it's kind of a way to get caught up with me and know what I'm going to be doing the next few months, and it's not gameplay. All right, so something like that will be coming up in January, and if you guys like it, if you guys like it, then I'll consider doing it maybe once a quarter. Okay? Hardcore Gabe Horn cheered again. He did a 500-bit cheer. He says, he's legit. You should consider watching it. All right, now, Gabe Horn, I need you to understand something. Promotion is not allowed on my stream. Basically, what you're doing is paying to promote something that I don't know anything what you're talking about. All right? I don't know anything about this guy. So I'm going to put you up as the top cheerer, but no more of that, because if you promote again, it's against the rules. Okay? Mr. Papavera cheered. He said, I hope the Sonic movie does really well, because if it does, I really hope they take a sequel to Mobius, because if then they can make the rest of Sonic's home planet look like Green Hill in the first few seconds of the trailer, and I would be excited to see the rest and some new characters. Alrighty then. Apparently, there is controversy on the internet regarding the Sonic movie, because apparently they laid off the entire animation studio. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I'm seeing on social media, is apparently they laid off the entire animation studio now that the movie's done in production and ready to release. They laid everybody off. So now everyone's pissy about this, and they're like, no, I'm not going to see the movie again. So, there you go. Figure that one out. An anonymous gifter gifted us up to Diving Headbutt. Congrats, Diving Headbutt. Thank you for the support, whoever the anonymous gifter is. Good Game Goblin tipped me $1.06 and says, did you answer my previous question about the Penne Pokemon I was coding and must have tuned out? I don't even know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. What the hell is a Penne Pokemon? I don't see anything here about a Penne Pokemon. I'm scrolling down. Oh, I missed it. He tipped me $1, said, if today's a day of grinding and catching day, can you rotate out the Penne Pokemon at some point to allow others to nominate Pokemon, like others after the break? Oh, I see what you're saying. What you're saying is, right now, the way I do this is 3 people use their channel points or Penne points to choose Pokemon to be in my party. What you're asking is there a way that I could change this? I rotate those out and more people have a chance. Sadly, I don't think there's a proper way to reset the perk. I tried doing it and it didn't really work. Like, I don't know. What we'll do, excuse me. What we'll do is we'll do the original thing. We'll do the 3 Pokemon, and we'll see how it goes. I've always had it to be that they stay in the party for the whole stream. Maybe we want to mix it up, and eventually we make it so that we switch it up halfway through the stream. Even if that means I need to restart the stream to get the perk to reset or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens today. I'm not making any promises. Okay? Alvin Aponte tipped me $1. Oh, by the way, so Good Game Goblin's the top tipper because he's $1.06. Wow. 6 extra cents. Let's do this. Albert Aponte cheered tipped $1. He says, hope your sinuses are well. Any chance you'll play Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy VIII Remaster? Final Fantasy VII Remake is a lock. It's 100% happening next year. I'm playing it for sure. Final Fantasy VIII Remaster, oh my god, is a possibility. It's not a guarantee. I am interested in doing it. Eventually, people seem to want me to do it, despite the fact that I've told people repeatedly I hate the game, and I never finished it originally because I really didn't like it. I thought the plot was absolutely terrible, and I hated the draw system, where you had to draw magic from your enemies. I thought that was absolutely terribly executed. But we'll see if people really want me to do Final Fantasy VIII. I wouldn't 100% deny them that. I would do it, okay? So we'll see. In general, we'll see. But I am definitely doing the Final Fantasy VII Remake next year for sure. It's one of the biggest releases of 2020, so I'm definitely doing it, okay? Internet Famous McCroy tipped me $1.06. I'm sorry, Internet Famous McCroy. It looks like you were trying to get top tip, but you missed it by someone else already done that. It was Good Game Goblin had already did that much. He says, Weird question. Can we get your DSP frog emote on a Teespring shirt? It wouldn't look good because the frog emote blown up would be pixelated and not looking very good. If someone were to make like a very, very high quality image of a frog and wanted that on a shirt, I would consider doing it. But we definitely wouldn't be able to be the current image. It would have to be a different image. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. Pack of Wild Chimp said, is today Ask the King? No. Fat Mr. Bo tipped me $5 and says, I hope you catch Buttocks the ass-like Pokemon today. Did I? I think I caught that one, didn't it? The one that has a mouth that looks like a butt? I think I caught that one already. In fact, I'm almost positive I caught that one already. But yeah, so hold on. That's 15, 6. I think we're up to like $17 in tips today. I'm probably off at this point by a few because there's been so many dollar tips that came in, I lost track. But there you go. So thank you for that, Mr. Bo. You're the top tipper of the day, $5. And I think we caught that Pokemon already. Okay? Alice Telemon did a 50-bit cheers. Have you ever seen the Street Fighter 4 epic comeback by Infiltration against PR Balrog? No. I never watched any competitive Street Fighter 4. I don't care about that stuff. I don't watch competitions. I don't care about competitive Street Fighter anymore. So the answer is no. Okay. Alvaro Ponte to me $5 and said, hope this helps, bro, and thanks for the answer. You're welcome, and yes, it does help. Thank you very much for that. All right. Really quickly, this is one of the longest pre-streams I've done in recent memory because people just keep asking questions. Okay? So, thank you to the top cheers of the week. In 10th place, it's a tie between Accio Artorias and Golden Colts. In 8th place, it's M5NSX. We got a 6th place tie between Big D's and Onion Knights 91. In 5th place, Mr. Papavera. 4th place, Tom Van Weistwinkle. In 3rd place, Snake Eater. 2nd place, Two Bar King. And in 1st place, Delancius. So thank you guys for all those cheers. Top sub gifters of the week. Oh, there goes the alarm, guys. Remember I told you we were going to have this really loud alarm sound? There it goes. And that is loud. Yikes. Well, let me try to get through this quickly so that we can go on a quick break before my ears explode. Shout out to the top sub gifters of the week. Rumpelstiltskins, D-Train 12, and internet famous McCroy. Holy shit, that's loud. Kate cheered and said, are you excited for the sequel to Hellblade? I thought the first game was great. Am I excited for the sequel? I thought the original Hellblade was good. I wasn't blown away by the combat like a lot of people were, but I definitely thought the first game was good. And yeah, the fact that there's a sequel coming out is great. So that's a good thing. All right, guys, let's take a break so that I know they're probably going to be testing it right now. It's probably going to be going on and off for a few minutes. So I'm going to take like a 5-minute break. And when I come back, then we're going to start up with Pokemon. So everyone, take a quick break. Thank you for the support. We'll start up as soon as I come back here. Okay, thanks, guys, and see you in a bit.